Will AI or any other technology ever replace human beings?
This is one of the hottest questions on the internet right now, and no one seems to have a clear answer. Let's dissect this question and get to the bottom of the fate of human beings. It was back in 2022, almost 2 years ago, when I first came across ChatGPT, and it blew my mind. Being part of Gen Z, I have grown up with technology and have always been comfortable with the advances in it. However, this was unique. An AI model, or more simply a computer being able to generate text, write something just like a human being. And since I very much like to think, I have been pondering over the impact of ChatGPT for the last 2 years. And there have been so many questions raised at many different levels. For example, will human beings ever get replaced? What is the future of work? How will economy look like in 10 years? What will happen to the fundamental human experience?
And more importantly,
Is this it? Are we entering the last stages of human evolution and will eventually be replaced by a superior intelligence? In a black and white manner, this question has two answers, yes or no. You will hear the hyped up yes argument on media and by AI companies. One major reason for this is that they have to actually sell this AI to you. That's why they create this rush in your mind that AI is going to fundamentally change us in the next coming few years. Sometimes it just feels like a marketing gimmick. That's where the other side comes in and says no, human beings are not going to be replaced. The society might however fundamentally change, but human beings will always be the core to this experience. And I mean, it's difficult to give such a black and white answer to such an abstract question. So ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all these are large language models, or for the sake of brevity, LLMs. Literally, large means that it is very big in size in terms of the training data and the compute it requires. Language means that the training data is based on the human language, and model means that it is a representation of human language, and if you input something into it, it will output some language. So this is the core fundamental technology that has been making waves for the last 2 years, and now the debate of human beings ever getting replaced becomes interesting because two layers are created now. First is, what is the impact of the current technology, and B, a lot of speculation about what the future technology will look like. So if we look at both yes and no arguments of this question, we see a consensus on the fact that no matter what happens, the society is going to get fundamentally changed in some way. The difference is only on whether human beings will form a core part of this experience or not. In terms of the current technology, you would see these big AI companies such as Google, OpenAI, etc. and their representatives making big claims about how LLMs are going to be a foundational technology in changing the essential human experience. Let's just keep the marketing aspect of these statements out of the argument for now. The basic question that we boil down to is, what will the disruption caused by technology look like? Is technology going to be an extension of the human experience, or is it going to substitute the human experience? As you are here listening to this video, I am holding a phone and I keep my phone on me all the time. It already means that my human experience have already been extended by the use of cell phones. Based on this argument, Elon Musk made a statement.
We're already a cyborg.
It is kinda actually true. And then when you look at the attempts being made by Meta or Snap or Apple with their Meta glasses and Vision Pro, you can already see how hardware is being prepared to more deeply integrate into you. One step ahead, Neuralink is an even deeper attempt at human-machine integration. If you look at the hardware side, the argument tends to go in the favor of extension of human experience. But then is there any chance of human beings getting replaced? Yes, maybe, if we look at the software side of things. With ChatGPT and its ability to perform different kinds of work, such as drafting emails, writing short stories, writing scripts, it shows us a glimpse into the future where work can potentially be replaced by machines. And then there is a further divide on the impact of this technology. One side argues that with LLMs or similar technologies taking over the human work, human beings are going to be free for creative tasks. While there is also on the other side some hysteria about human beings getting replaced and being substituted by machines full time. If we look at the replacement question, it usually stems from the changing nature of work, and the side that argues that human beings are going to remain argue that there have been different revolutions before, such as the Industrial Revolution, the internet. They created more jobs than they replaced. And now you can see that the answer starts to get blurry. The current LLMs might not be the sustainable way to achieve general intelligence, or they might turn out to be with some new advancement in technology. And the ability of LLMs to generate human-like stuff means that somewhere there is some threat to the human experience. Being a human, work is an important part of us, but there are other parts of us as well. such as our social life, such as our relationships, such as our health, etc. and etc. The question is, will AI want to do these things? Will AI want to have a social life, have romantic relationships, care about its health? Will we ever program AI to do that? While it will be able to process a lot of data or to use a different kind of technical implementation to replicate humans in work, or even robots doing the household chores for humans, or machines doing a lot of your grunt work, how will AI get programmed to think about social life, emotions, feelings, romance, love, etc., etc.? Based on the advances in current technology, I don't think this is unlikely to happen because of technical limitations, more so because machines might never be programmed to do these tasks. But if they do, then for sure human beings are gone. So to answer the question, will human beings ever get replaced by technology? I believe that extension is more likely than substitution because of the way the hardware has been developed, and that the software side, LLMs like ChatGPT, etc., are only going to take over the human work. So yes, the human experience is going to fundamentally change, but will humans get replaced is not a concern for now. So if things are not going to happen so quick, why is there a rush created on the internet? This is part marketing and advertising, but also the deeper fact that the current technologies have given us a glimpse that machines can be capable of executing human-like tasks. And if we zoom back and look at the progress of humanity over time, we see that humans always have had this need to develop newer and better technology. And keeping in line with that, it is probably more likely that the current technologies will be expanded and newer technologies will be invented. So this development of newer technologies somewhere in the future, that might replace us, but that might not happen maybe in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20, 50 or even 100. Because look at another aspect, geography. So currently, US is the hub of AI innovation, and suppose that USA is able to automate itself entirely over the next 5 decades, it is still unlikely for third world countries to catch up on that race. This dream of a future of a machine-run world might happen sometime in the future, but it's not likely to happen anywhere right now, because for that to happen, the machines will have to take over the entirety of the world, and that frankly doesn't seem very likely at the point. Right now, what you need to care about is the changing nature of human experience, and to turn yourself into a person who can adapt to it rather than being scared away by it. Human beings are not going to get replaced, at least for now, but your life is going to fundamentally change. The digital aspect is becoming a bigger chunk of your life now, and you have to accept it. So don't worry at all, go and learn those digital skills. Fully experience your human self, because you don't know how long you have with it. Try to be calm and patient and do the best you can right now. If you found this video interesting, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment what you think.